Alright, Puddin. So for this video, I'm going to be sticking to the Brown album version of the track. So let's play this one on his 6-string fretted. Definitely possible to play this on a 5-string, albeit a little more difficult. So first up we have the verse riff, and that's going to go like this. So yeah, what we got going on here is just using the left hand only. Just doing some tapping back and forth between B15 and GC14. Just tapping back and forth, and while it is simple, I wouldn't necessarily say it's easy. So just as a reminder, Les's 6-string fretted has a narrow neck. So you know, playing this on a normal size 6-string, that reach back and forth is you know, farther. So what might be easier here is to do this tapping with both hands, so the right hand tapping the B15. That'll probably especially be true if you're playing this on a 5-string, but with the hand switch, so you know, left hand with the B15 here, and then right hand on a so that would be DG19. And just another note on this, I find that when I play this just with the left hand only, one difficulty is the strings kind of ringing out. So like if you really want to do it that way, I would maybe use your right hand to kind of mute the unused strings. So at 16 seconds we have a fill here, which is going to be just 3 slaps on the open B string, and then we're going to continue with the verse riff, only instead of tapping those notes, it's going to be slap and then strum downward. So slapping the B15 and then strumming the, so it's going to go kind of like this. So I actually find that easier to play than just tapping with the left hand. I think it's easier if you like slap and strum it, but anyway, so that's going to be the basic pattern of these verses. So it's going to be that simple riff tapped, and then some fill, and then that riff continued but slapped and strummed. So I think right after just above my knees, we're going to strum a GC15 instead of 14. So there's a few of those in this track. We'll make note of those or throw the timestamps on the screen or whatever, but yeah, strumming the 15 instead of 14 there. Alright, so going into the main riff, we have this little fill transition thing here. That's like a open B slap, and then like a slide on the low B string, so like something like that. But yeah, the main riff, which is definitely the more fun riff in the song, is going to go like this. Alright, now to slow that down. Okay, so we're going to start with a slap on B3, and then strum G and C2. So do that 2 times. So okay. Next we have another downward strum hitting the bar chord at DG2. So the C string is not involved here. It is D2 and G2. So strum, hit that bar chord there, and then after hitting that, do a hammer on to 3. So DG3, so moving that bar chord up a fret, and then pull off back to 2, then do another downward strum hitting the open G and C strings. Okay, so far. Right? So then right after that open strum there, we are going to do a double slap on E2, the first of which basically just sounds like a muted note. So okay, so then after that we are just going to do a another, and then just two simple slaps on B3. So after the first round of playing this main riff, we want to start the main riff on a double slap. So, you know, the start of the riff is like, but after the first time going back into it, we want it to be like. Okay, so now we're into the second verse, again starting with the tapping, but then we have this fill here, like, and then after that is, you know, slap and strum the verse riff. So that fill is, so slap E14, hammer on to 15, pull off, and then tap B15, and then slap B14, hammer on to 15. So during the guitar solo, we're going to take the main riff up a whole step, and that's, well, some of it, and it's going to go kind of like this. Alright, to slow that down a bit. Okay, so up here to B5, slap, and then strum GC4, again, and then down here at the usual place for the, but then instead of doing the at E2, we're going to do that at B5. Okay, so then next the again, and then take it down a fret, and take it down another fret, and then after that the main riff is just going to continue like usual. Alright, so now we're into the final verse, and the fill in this verse that, you know, separates the tapping from the slapping slash strumming is going to go like this. So that's going to be 3 quick slaps at B14, the last of which is a hammer on to 15, so a bit slower, like. Okay, and then after that is just 2 slaps at E14. So at the end of the song, we are just going to play like the first half of the main riff, just repeated over and over. So that's going to go kind of like this. So yeah, that's about it. Puddin' Taine.